DW Flame coming back.
So
Let him
okay,
hire DW Flame.
should we break that down? Should we give you the floor
Is
to
that where
speak
we
on running into your op?
Yeah, man. Well,
Where'd you run into him?
so I had a toy drive in Compton that my PR had already had me. Well, that I donated to, and my PR had me come out and do some charity work, even community work. I wouldn't call it charity work, but as I'm there for like an hour. Then I see DW girlfriend hit the corner. Look, oh my God, that's what's going on. These feet don't run. So, you know what I mean? That wasn't nothing going to happen as far as running at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, we hear Moneybag Rose happened to be there also.
Okay.
So,
who I just interviewed. Go check that out.
Yeah. So, Moneybag Rose, I saw him when I walked up. We dapped hands, whatever. Now it's DW walking in. So now he come to give me like DW here. I'm like, man, you don't get in the middle of what me and DW got going on because we not teaming up on him because there's two neighborhoods here that he don't get along with. And you know what I mean? He's by himself. We all really by ourselves, just happen to see each other. So, and I'm like, this for the kids. So when I see him, I'm gonna keep it G. I go out to shake his hand. He like, what's up with you, 3? Like, come on, bro. Like, da. He don't shake my hand. So when he don't shake my hand, I tell my wife, I'm like, hold on. I'm like, hey, man, you need to go holler away from the kids. Because at this point, whatever we finna do, we just ain't gonna let the kids see it. So we was at a pyro function. It was called L7. That was the name of the group that through the toy drive. It was a lot of dudes from Ludus Park Pyro there. They like, you know what I'm saying? This our hood. I'm like, look, we ain't trying to bring no drama to your hood, but we got to figure something out. They like, look, y'all go to the back. Y'all figure it out. You know what I mean? Don't do nothing too crazy in our hood.
Fighting at the toy drive is nasty work already.
But I mean, if it has to happen that way, so DW in my eyes, he's allotted not to want to fuck with me, and I'm allotted not to want to fuck with him. We tried so many times to get along, and the internet tore down our relationship. And I think that we both are understanding of that. And we both fell victim to listening to outsiders multiple times to where it'll alter how you feel about the person that you actually genuinely want to fuck with and be friends with. And at the end of the day, he like, why you just don't be keeping it 100 about stuff when you on the shit? I'm like, I ain't never lied. That's y'all. You let P Nice run off with a story saying that he choked me over some insane shit instead of you keeping it real, like bro was about to crash out and nigga, my brother grabbed him up and stopped him from crashing out. You get what I'm saying? All because you guys needed the extra clout because you guys were leaving No Jumper. None of this was said while you guys were working at No Jumper. So you talking about the shit that I've been saying about you, like the shit, anytime you say something about me, I'm telling him, I'm gonna say something 6 times worse. It's not gonna be a thing where we're gonna cordially talk about each other. Like, I know that you're a genuine person, but you mentioned my name on YouTube, I'm coming back with, you get what I'm saying? Like, that's the YouTube world. So if you're not ready for that, then don't step into it. You get what I'm saying? And his advice to me was like, look, them people ain't really your homie. You see, I was standing with you when all this shit was going on. I made the mistake. I was ready to go against the world with you. And then every time you got on the phone with these people, it was like you was trying to please your homies and tell them like whatever they wanted to hear about the situation. And I'm like, listen, we ops. And when I get on the phone, 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to call my ops by the right name. So therefore, anytime they drop a conversation and me talking about my ops, you're probably going to hear the diss word. I be respecting people publicly because that's what we do, because we trying to push a whole nother narrative. But if you catch me on the phone, but he like, that wasn't even a problem. You talk about Gordy said it to my face a million times. I said I didn't. You listened to it and that's what you wanted to take it as. I said Gordy said it not even 8 feet away from you multiple times, and I had to stop Gordy on multiple occasions from saying that. And I said, I don't know how you didn't hear this nigga dissing your hood and he wasn't too far away.
Well, that's what I said. The whole thing kind of started because he said something.
Yeah. I mean, we over that. Like, I said that too. Like, let's all get to the bottom of everything started when you disrespect the neighborhood.
And you weren't tripping, like, you know, because you didn't really register.
I mean, he apologized within 5 to 2 seconds that he fucked up.
Yeah.
So there's no point of me harassing somebody who come from the other side about something that they apologize for. It ain't no point in me.
I just thought
there.
it was y'all had a relationship as to where you could like talk to each other like that and it wasn't no thing.
Nah. We ain't never gonna have a relationship where you allow another person to dish your set. Like that's just not gonna happen. But you know what I mean? And like I told him as a man, I'm like, however you feel and however you want to go about it, that's what we can do. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I doubt that both of us want to fight. I didn't say that, but it's like if you feel like we didn't try to mend this motherfucking relationship too many times and we just got to get it out the way. I offered that multiple times. I was on the phone with Draws with Big U and P Nice, and I told him we'd come down there and line it up with you niggas. Like, this has all been in talks every time. You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like me, DW, P Nice, and I don't want some YouTube shit to escalate into possible gang war.
Real shit.
Yeah.
This is bad.
This is bad. Yeah,
we don't want to give Flacco a thumbnail that easily.
Yeah.
But he gonna do the thumbnail either way.
Yeah. So
you know, make your face have the big teeth thing.
Oh, that's the new wave.
What is that thing?
I don't know. Where did he get
and
that idea?
He was like, and you know that we lightweight cool, and you never went on the internet and cleared it up. And I said, you went on back on Figgy, you didn't clear it up either. So all the shit that I'm guilty of, I'm playing the same ball as you. Yes, it's petty, and I'm gonna keep doing it. Like we could go, and he like, well, we gonna sit down and clear it up all together, and you know what I'm saying? See if, you know, we call you the white boy. See if the white boy down with it, we'd go run it back.
I'm with whatever.
So
the white boy is with whatever.
Why did whatever that shouts that organization sounds like they're doing some good things, but shouts to El Sev. I mean, obviously they know they know who y'all are enough to know that maybe it wouldn't be the best idea to have y'all at the same function as invited guests. That's somewhat of a misstep.
What gangbangers do know is when we all come together blue and red for the kids, that none of that exists.
Okay.
In a perfect world.
In a perfect world, like, especially entertainers, like what we about to do, come show our ass and put a black eye on our name when we already gangbangers that they don't want to fuck with.
I will say about the way that DW thing happened with you is that it's like, if in the course of No Jumper history, if I was ever to like put two street dudes or two gang members or whatever on the same podcast again, I would sit them down and I would go through exactly how that shit happened with you and DW and just be like, this is worst case situation where some shit that is like a street thing ends up being a podcast thing. And then even if you and the other person get on cool terms, like, you just need to look and watch and witness how other people will insert themselves into these situations and will just, you know, happily egg this shit on to create content for their own platforms. And this is something that, like, if y'all are going to be on the same podcast, you need to be aware that this is going to happen. For sure. And you need to, like, actively go against it, you know, like there's so many like repeating themes as this podcast gets older and older that it's like I feel like I could like warn people about shit in advance, or I could like lay it out to them like, this is how this is going to happen.
We call that lacing somebody's chucks in the hood.
Okay,
you can lace their chucks.
I'm gonna lace your chucks. But like that's like, I feel like I probably should do more of that, like foreshadowing off camera, to be like, listen, this is like how this is most likely going to play out, because I've seen this exact dynamic take place over the years.
And I did, and that's what I had to explain to him. I said, whether you like it or not, we made history. We're like the first generation wave of like real street niggas that podcast and gangbang. We tried to make something happen, and it wasn't gonna be easy because we was coming from two sides of town and we were learning in real time. It wasn't like we were learning on pre-records. We were learning in live how to deal with each other on camera. Like that mistake could easily happen in the room with no cameras on and it wouldn't be a problem. But you got to be extra sensitive on what you do on camera in live time if you're gonna let the community that you live in outside of your entertainment world control your mental.